to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Officially beyond the halfway point now, eyes starting to shift to the playoff picture as this Week 10 game gets underway. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Ready? 19 tight, 19 tight. Hands are straight.
Straight to the air they go. Has him on the quick hitter. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
They're set up at the 35 now.
Here we go, set. 7 Pirates. Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat.
They'll throw on first. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Throwing now from the gun. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Boy, this is really great defense to deny a big play and make them work for the touchdown. If they want to reach the end zone, they have to scrap and fight through them.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Bronco 80. Come on. Set. Trap 60. Hurt. Right there. Hurt. Ready.
He'll throw it yet again. Finds him on the crossing route. He does it. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings take a 6-0 lead right away. Looking to tack on the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Vikings will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll run the counter. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Here we go. Yep.
Back to throw now. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
They motion a receiver left. Third and long for him here. Wanting Rice, but it's intercepted. And the Vikings take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with the pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
Throwing from the gun here. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Pass play now. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. Offense in the hurry up here. Throw on third down. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And that brings up 4th and long.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And they're facing a long field ahead of them as that kick skips out near the 11. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. Thrown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Looking to the air here. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there, where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Offense up to the line fast. Blown back gets the handoff. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. On 2nd and 14 now. That's completed right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Connects on the crosser. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
1st and 10 from the 41. Back now, pressure on its way. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on 1st down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
2nd and 10 now. Complete to Beckham. And he nearly takes it to the red zone before going out. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They have themselves another 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Here's 2nd and 11. It's another first-half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Vikings get it back on his 6th interception of the season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Well, that throw, Kate, pretty clean out of his hand. Just looked like it didn't get through the defense clean enough. Somebody tips it away and saves a potential completion.
Got it. Ready?
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Come on. Set. Come 19. Come 19. Panther Street.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. He's got it over the middle. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Warrior 70. Go check.
The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend.
Ready?
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now.
Set. Mustang 19. Viking 18. Hurt. Right there. Hurt. Ready?
He's going to throw this one. Short pass brought in. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out. He gets 6 on that play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
Ready. Panther 11. Here we go. Buffalo 18. Big Lion. Ready?
Throwing it again here. Taking a shot. Deep down the field it goes. That's grabbed inside the 30. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings parlay the interception into points. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you think on the other side defensively they'd be ready for this, but this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air, and the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And the Vikings drive out to an early 14-0 lead. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And this drive will start inside the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Vikings take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Airing it out to start this drive. Finds his man over the middle. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings take a 20-zip lead. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Caught, nice gain left side. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. To the air now on 1st and 10. And a man is there to knock that away. Trying to force one through there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's go. Let's go.
They'll try and throw it here. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. That's the end of one, and yikes, things looking a little out of hand already. The Vikings have played to an early lead. More for Minneapolis right after this. We're back, and we'll join this drive already in progress to begin quarter 2. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. They are throwing it again. He fires one deep down the middle. They connect on the deep shot. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. That holding penalty is going to make 1st down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. They'll throw it again. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Working quickly here.
79 Broncos. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Man in motion here. 2nd and 8. Connection made with his running back down the middle. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
18, 5 years, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Back 60.
He'll throw it yet again. Finds a man right side. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the gain. But boy, Brock, what a shot.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
From the 20 on 2nd down. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. He'll throw it. Connection made to Beckham. And he's in. Touchdown. The Pioneers fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer? Nobody.
Extra point attempt coming up. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Thanks to the penalty, they'll kick it away from further up the field. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Set, hurt, here we go, set. 18, rapid, 18, rapid. Go, Rig.
Throwing from the gun. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Come on, set. Come back team. Come back, hurt. Set, go.
Throwing from the gun here. He completes it in traffic. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Warriors 70. Low. Panther street.
3rd down from the gun. He beams one deep right side. That's complete inside the 35. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings make it a 3-possession game. Kicking team out to try the extra points. The point after splits the uprights. And the Vikings stretch their lead to 21. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
On the go.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Set. Go.
They're going play action. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And now they face 2nd down.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. To throw it on 1st down. And they pick him off again. And the Vikings get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
4 picks, 1 game. Hey, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
1st and 10, they're going to throw. Throw left side, complete. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
60 Maverick. 19 Lion. Hey, check that.
2nd and 1. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business. the ground. Third down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Ready up.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Set up. 79 Broncos. Hurt. Right there. Hurt. Ready.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's going deep. He's got it inside the 10. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Spread the field and send him all deep, baby. All right, this might be a stupid question, Brock, but what makes that play call successful against an NFL secondary?
Yeah, because 4 verts is good against a college secondary, a high school secondary, a Pop Warner secondary, because it burdens and stresses that defense. And if you got people that can run and you got 4 choices to choose from, oftentimes you'll find one to hit on.
The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Short pass brought in. He gets loose down the right side. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. They get 38 out of the play. And that'll be a 1st down.
Let's go.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. The Pioneers fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
That one splits the uprights. And the Pioneers cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Kickoff taken at the 13. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. So good field position to start with for the Vikings this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 7 Pirates. 7. Hey, smash Broncos.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. He's going to push one deep down the right. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's going to be 2nd down.
On the set. Set. Hurt. Set. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Go, Reed. Go. Get up.
They're throwing it. Complete out to the right. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Cougar 19. 60 Bobcats. Hurt. Take go.
Back now, pressure on its way. Complete over the middle. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
Ready. Go.
Throwing it again here. Cut near the goal line. And he goes down, so they're set up with a nice 1st and goal as we've reached our 2-minute warning.
Dragon 60.
Working inside the red zone. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings boat racing them to the halftime locker room. They're out to try and tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Vikings grow their lead yet again. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, Shaq.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line. Second and 12 behind the sticks. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. And they pick him off again. Breaks the tackle, still going. And the Vikings take over as he records his 10th career INT.
This is a lonely place. And I don't know how many walking the planet have thrown 5 picks, but I'll raise my hand. I did it in an Apple Cup, and it is a lonely, humbling feeling. Everything that could go wrong, well, it's gone wrong for this quarterback today, and I hope that's the last time we see him throw a pass in this one.
Escapes the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
From the gun on 3rd down. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. Defender gets a piece, but it's still caught. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a 4th down gamble.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings boat racing them to the halftime locker room. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
That one right down the middle. And the Vikings continue piling on to this lead. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Let's go.
They'll throw it. And they pick him off again. And the Vikings get the football as he makes his third interception of this season.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He's a play caller. He was an offensive guy. And after days like this, and I remember one in particular, he'd say, son, some days peanuts, some days shells. This has been nothing but a bunch of shells for this quarterback today.
Buys time, rolling right. Just got a hand up on that to break it up. So it'll be second down.
Check smash. 19 tight. 19 tight. Set. Hurt.
Throwing now from the gun. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Throwing on third and long. And he finds it in the end zone for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings get more points to end a lopsided first half. And that is his fourth touchdown reception of the game. And if you wonder how rare that is, only a couple of active players have ever achieved it in their careers, and it's been done less than 50 times in league history. That one splits the uprights. And the Vikings tack on 7 more to their lead. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half. Looks like they'll play it safe with a run to the outside. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Here we go, set, go.
They'll throw to begin this drive. Oh no, they get him yet again! And the Vikings take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading these coverages at all, and is clearly not on the same page with his receivers. I think it really is now time to think about his confidence for future games and get him out of this ball game.
Throwing, they connect on the deep shot. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings push their lead further to start the half. Well, they certainly wasted no time in making that turnover hurt even more. They looked to the end zone on the very first play, Brock, and they connected.
You know, Kate, I love it. It was an ambush to begin the drive. They attacked that end zone against a defense who was out there on short notice and not ready for that sudden change they talk about.
That one right down the middle. And the Vikings continue adding on to that lead. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Dragon 60. Come on, set. Trap 60, trap 60.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Brought in right side. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Dropping back to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's a throw. Ooh, put some heat on that one, Brock, but it falls incomplete. Lucky that didn't end as an interception. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
Sending a receiver left. Here's the snap on 4th. He's got it to his running back. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
19 Tiger. Panther 11.
They'll throw it again. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Running back sent in motion left. 2nd and 10 now. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. the play fake. He'll throw. To the sideline it goes. He makes the play. Pass caught. Both feet are down. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he drives this forward to the 6. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Let's go.
From the red zone now. Cut near the goal line. He has the touchdown. A second touchdown through the air for him, Brock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in one game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place, but 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separations and the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
That one splits the uprights. And the Pioneers take 7 points off the deficit. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. He'll take this at the 10. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Let's go now. 19 Lion. Hey, check that. Ready?
Throwing it to start this drive. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Ready? 79 Bronco. Check. Hurt.
Pass play coming here. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. And the Pioneers take over on his 5th interception of the season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did. You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
Here we go, set. 7 Pirates. 60 Bobcat. Ready?
Throwing with a blitz on the way. That's incomplete left side. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Set. Trap 60.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He gets a lot behind one. Deep downfield. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one. The penalty erases an exciting turnover, makes it 1st and 10. He's dropping back to throw. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Complete to Beckham. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it sets up first down.
Here we go.
He'll throw it yet again. This one's caught. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there. They are throwing it again. Pulled in by Rice. And he's brought down after a short gain. Here's the give on 3rd and short. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. Goal to go. It's a pass play. And in for the touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. Yeah. That's well done.
Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Has it at the 11. This return makes it up to the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80. Cup 19. Cup 19. Check smash.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. He'll look to throw. He throws a bullet deep to the right. Brought in inside the 20. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings trying to end this before the final quarter. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Airing it out to start this drive. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And it's a pick six as he runs it in for the touchdown. That pick six ought to spell the end to any potential comeback we might have seen out of him, Brock. This deficit might be just too much to come back from.
Yeah, if there was any hope left, they sure could have used some points. And they're going to have to get points now in a hurry. And that's for an offense who just threw the interception. Heading right back out there, you better flush it fast.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Mustang 19. Set up.
Getting right back to it after that interception. He completes it in traffic.
Stay in your lane, man. Stay in your lane.
44. To throw here on first down. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Setting up a throw. Connection made to Beckham. He's finally caught, and he lost the football. Oh, no, it's out. It's picked out by the Vikings, going the other way. Well, where one defender failed, Brock, another succeeded. He shook free of that first tackle, but the next guy not only made that hit, but knocked it loose as well.
Kate, as we saw when he broke that first tackle, he can absorb a shot, right? He's got great, what they call contact balance to absorb it and keep going. But that second hit, well, that drove the ball free and leads to this takeaway.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Pioneers will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Now, after throwing the pick, we see him injured on the play as well. Nobody wants to see an insult and injury on the same play for him. Hopefully, he's just shaken up.
Let's go now.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. And the Vikings get it back on the final play of the quarter. A nice takeaway to end that third quarter. And they're going to have a new possession waiting to start the fourth. It's the Vikings with it to begin the fourth, and this game entering blowout territory.
On the double.
Drive starts out with a first and 10.
Set.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He's got a man left. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Offense up to the line fast. Trying to throw here out of the gun. He's on the move. Complete out to the right. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
From the 46. Finds the in route complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. To throw, here's Hall. He beams one deep right side. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down.
Lion. 19 Lion. Ready. Hey, snap.
Throwing his Hall. Throw left side, complete. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
Here we go, set. Set, go.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Well, this offense is trying to keep the defense off balance down here in the red zone. Mixing in receiver runs with everything else they love to do. And the best part is, it's working. He gets them several yards on that play.
Now Hall. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Hall now. And for the moment, that's going to be a touchdown. Whether it will stand, though, well, that depends on the call on this flag. penalty hurts them, but they're still going for it here on fourth.
Here we go, here we go.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Headed out right. And they won't do it. That call's incomplete on fourth down.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
That's caught in stride by Rice. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Check smash. 19 tight.
Back to throw. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Vikings take possession as he makes his fourth interception of our season. On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
60 Eagles, 60. Shut up. Hurt.
Throwing now from the gun. He throws a bullet to the center. He's got it deep downfield. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. Well, there has been no answer to keep him out of the end zone, and they can't keep him out of the record books either, partner. That score gives him the most receiving touchdowns ever in one game.
And trust me, Kate, those defenders, they threw everything. Man, zone, press, off. They just could not stop him. He was on a mission, and it was a mission for the record books.
That one right down the middle. And they'll continue adding to their lead. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
18, Pioneer. Ready.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Taking a deep shot here. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Go.
Now looking to throw. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Vikings get it back on his 6th interception of the season.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please, for the love of God, take this man out.
They'll come out throwing. And they score. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings running them out of the building. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
Got it. Ready?
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Hand off to the back. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Back-to-back carries here. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Working quickly here. They'll throw on 3rd and long. Looking right, and he finds him. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Now a give on the counter. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Motion man sent left. They give it to him again. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. To the air, 3rd and long. He sends this one to the end zone. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
The ability to track the ball. Right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
It's the 2-minute warning here in Minneapolis.